said you say Abdul.
No, don't.
Hey Hurlstone, welcome to Prefect News, your regular source of Hurlstone shenanigans, brought to you by the SLT, every assembly. We're your anchors, Kevyn
and Abdul. We're so glad to be welcoming a new grade to this tradition of ours. Coming up later, we have the exciting back to school special, and right up next is our usual weather forecast. We'll hand it over to our weather correspondent.
Thank you, pleasure to be here. Now first, a recap on Monday's weather. Hope you brought your tissues because hay fever was rampant with a dramatic spike of pollen from our Valentine's Day roses. Now if you haven't noticed, the sun's been working much harder lately, so don't worry if you haven't felt the warm embrace of a relationship.
Now to this week's weather. We're seeing high conditions in the north as once again he's living through some inhospitable weather without AC. Now to the south. We see PE thriving in their brand new air-conditioned block as they join their colleagues in the English faculty at a crisp 18 degrees.
Keeping to the west, reports are flooding in of high humidity at the cottage lawn from Year 12s who elect to sweat through their Year 12 jackets. Oh, wait. Anyways, with the level of critical thinking it must have taken to come to that decision, maybe Rooster's State 1 rank will be safe after all.
Now, moving to the east, there's a high level of coolness as the Year 11 has escaped the embarrassment of the crocodile hunter and potato sack uniform. Thank God for the crisp, fresh, new senior uniform. Better luck next year, juniors.
It seems to be a hot end to the summer, Hurlstone, with all grades feeling the heat of having to respond to their teachers during face-to-face learning rather than having Wi-Fi issues on Microsoft Teams.
Hang on. We forgot the boarding school report.
Back
Back to you, Abdul.
Thanks Fran and Kim, now we know what areas to avoid this season. Now over to our back to school correspondence.
Thank you, Kevyn and Abdul. Our specialist team of investigative journalists here at Prefect News have been working hard to uncover the biggest issues Hurlstone has been facing as we begin the new school year. In this Prefect News exclusive, we'd like to showcase some of the most critical stories to come out of the first 3 weeks of school. The transition back to school has brought back the question that I'm sure all of you have been asking. How do you actually wear a mask? Here we see our COVID PPE expert, Patrick, demonstrating some of the most creative ways we've seen to wear a mask. However, the best way to avoid a case of the spicy cough is to wear your mask like this, despite how edgy and fashionable all of the other orientations are.
Interact held a lovely Valentine's Day on Monday, and it was a massive success, so shout out to them for supporting the Heart Foundation. Here are some of the close-ups on the day. Love is well and truly in the air, but the Hurlstone Science faculty seem quite adamant that it's about 78% nitrogen. We saw plenty of beautiful and touching moments during Interact's Valentine's Day event, such as Brian Nguyen's appreciation for his fantastic teachers. Certain Hurlstonians, however, have been left heartbroken in their quest for love.
Ryan, please lie. Oh my god, tell me about Ryan. To her when you feel from heaven. You're an angel. Be my Valentine.
I'm sorry, Josh, but I'd rather lick your toes than be your Valentine.
Now, back to the studio with a report on the school's new cohort.
There has been a reported spike in lost Year 7s around the Hurlstone campus, as kids who have never faced the daunting task of changing rooms are left to find their class in a school where all the buildings look exactly the same.
Hey, where's room 48?
We recently spotted 2 very lost-looking first years who are having trouble following the gigantic timetable that is always around their neck. Tune in next time to find out if they ever actually reach their final destination.
Thought it was this way.
Thanks guys, I'm sure we're all glad to be back. And that's all we have for today's Prefect News. Make sure to get excited for the next assembly where we'll be introducing our new segment, BN Grills.
If you want to get to know the rest of the SLT team, make sure to check out the IG on HIHS Prefects. I'm sure most of you are excited to attend the swimming carnival this Monday, especially you Year 11s. We will now pass over to Wilso Senior and the house captains to tell you a little bit about the swimming carnival. Thanks, Hurlstone. See you next assembly.